it's been a very eventful 5 days. I can tell you that.
Well, let's talk
How's
about
your
it.
New Year going? Great.
This year, it's going all right.
Good. Good. I see you still bald, but you still have dimples.
Dimples
I guess that works out
always
for
stay.
you.
Yeah, dimples always stay.
Okay. So, can you believe that Chili and Boy Meets World actor Matthew Lawrence are dating? Isn't that that's an interesting pair, wouldn't you say?
No, because that's just childhood. I'm just a guy that's my childhood crush, and I get to crush her now. Why not?
I mean, he's old too. It's not like
That's
he's
what I'm saying. I mean, it's still his crush though.
That's shocking.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. I wonder if he meets her list though, because remember her list of a while back when she had the TV show with Chili Really Wants, her list was very extensive.
Yes.
I mean, looking back, her list was very adequate of a white man. And look at it. Look.
And listen, she got what she wants. I'm not mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at her. I think it was ongoing beforehand because he just broke up or divorced his wife, whatever he was doing.
Well, mind your business. That ain't your business.
And that's my business. Listen, I'm not mad at. Listen, look, I mean, he brought it out quick. They wasn't playing. Listen.
I mean, they say when you're breaking up for half the time you've been together. You never really just break up. So they've been breaking up for a while.
Right.
So his rep, Crystal Jones, confirmed that the Lovebirds have been involved, of course, ahead of time. They spent Thanksgiving together.
Oh.
They went to the beach in Hawaii.
Oh.
And over Christmas, he met her family in Atlanta.
Which family? Which side of the family, though? Because it's a family meet, and it's the family meet.
I'm sure her mom side.
Right. It's a family you meet, but the real family, where they put you through the ringer.
Well, it was in Atlanta, so he probably got put through the ringer.
Okay. Yeah, he probably did.
I would say so.
Do you think,
definitely got put
do you
through
think
the
he
ringer.
survived that okay? Like, I want to be the fly in that room.
I mean, his family's a little different. You know, his brothers and them, they've been in the industry since they were children. Yeah. So they got that Hollywood lifestyle. I mean, and you can say Chili has been in the industry since she was a child. I mean, TLC was like 18 and 19 when they came out. So those are still kids too.
Right. But that was his childhood. I'm going to let you know. That was his crush. That's what it was.
And
he heard waterfalls. He said, I'm in love with her. And been trying to chop her down ever since.
Well, I mean, he finally got him. Usher's probably somewhere biting his nails.
Listen, trust me, Usher is not mad whatsoever. Believe
Usher's
that.
mad.
He's not.
Usher is mad.
Usher is not. Trust and believe.
I believe it. So, Young Thug's RICO trial begins next week. And here's what
talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because your favorite rappers keep committing crimes.
My who?
I said your favorite rappers keep committing crimes.
My favorite rapper never committed a crime.
Who your favorite rapper?
Ghostface Killah? That was. Oh, he definitely committed crimes. He just never was caught. He never was in the streets. He did. Listen, he was in jail for a long time. Slick Rick, he almost got deported. I think he did get deported one time.
Ghostface Killah got deported? He's not an American?
Slick Rick did.
Oh.
Okay, close to getting deported. Yeah.
He's not an American?
No, he's British.
Slick Rick?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. You learn something new every day. Yeah, I guess the 80s was a wild time, huh?
He was in jail for a long time. He was locked up for a minute.
He was British.
Yeah, he almost got deported.
Good to know. Thanks. I'll bring that next time the conversation comes up at the work water cooler. So this is expected to be a lengthy trial, with the prosecutors and the judging estimated this may be between 3 months to a year. Also expect to see many famous faces take the stands, because apparently the hit list is a who's who of your favorite rappers.
Why is it gonna be my favorite rapper? Why can't it be Andrew Lloyd's favorite rappers?
Okay, I'm gonna say your, because I wouldn't do Andrew like that, because it's your favorite rappers who keep committing crimes.
Oh, okay.
Andrew Lloyd has a bit of a class to himself. So, Slim Thug is faced initially with 65 different charges, but the judge announced recently, earlier this week, that he will only be charged with 8, including conspiracy to violate the RICO Act, 2 acts of participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of both marijuana and codeine with the intent to distribute. So he was very busy in these streets, apparently. Do you think he did any of these things they're accusing this young man of?
I don't know what he did. I just know his crew aren't Roddy Rebel in them. I just know that. His crew is in GS9. I know that.
Well, the trial
I just know his crew is not Roddy Rebel and GS9 in them, because I know they took all that on the chin and said, we all gonna do this.
Oh, wow.
And Bobby Smurda out and smiling. Roddy Rebel.
He is out and smiling and making diss records. And referencing Gunna and the YFL case, if you must know. Did you hear the little snippet? The snippet he?
No, I didn't. But I didn't hear that, but I know young NBA YoungBoy too. When that Bobby they don't know who Bobby is for real. They must be sleeping on a real live street guy.
Yes, because Bobby Smurda, he did 6 years in his role in the GSA 9 gang. Arrested over conspiracy to murder, weapons possessions, and reckless. All of those things. He did it 10 toes down.
RICO charged 6 years in New York. It was a state. It's not federal. So state is a little different.
Either way, he's a criminal. Yeah. If you ask me, they all criminals. Okay.
That's your favorite rapper. You was dancing and moving around to Young Thug, couple Young Stunner, whatever songs they sing.
I mean, I like Young Thug in a dress. I don't like Young Thug committing crimes. That was the Young Thug I liked.
What do you think, Drew? What do you think of this? Did they all? Now we get conflicting reports that say Young Thug said, "Go ahead, save yourself." I highly doubt that. I know some guys in Atlanta that say it's not as big as everybody think it is. They said it's a state case. They say he may be okay. Some people will testify. Some people will say, I plead the fifth. The state got it. You testifying?
I'm testifying and I'm telling on everybody.
You can't do that if you're involved in it.
Oh, well,
I always believe this, and this is my thing with the case. If you're involved in these criminal activities, if you're involved with it, then you got to own up to it. I'm not diming on anybody. That's your job as the prosecutor to figure out how you're going to get this. And it's your job to prove that I've
that depends on what I'm being charged with. Now, I may have been charged with it intent to sell, but that machine gun wasn't mine.
It definitely was yours.
You ain't going to accuse me of all of it. You're going to accuse me of what I did. But what you won't do is accuse me of that. That wasn't me.
I'm just, this is mind-boggling to me. Like two of the co-founders,
all 8 accounts, maybe 2
of the co-founders, all these people was like, yeah, it was a gang. See, the whole thing of the state was to classify it as a gang and not a label. See, Thugs and them,
it is a gang.
Well, Thug and them label, again, when we talk about the RICO charge that Bobby Smurda got, Bobby Smurda was kept saying again, it's a crew, it's a record label crew. And they was able to say, nope, it was a gang. And that's all they wanted to say, it's a gang.
It is a gang. Doing all that ain't a record label. I mean, the only people who got away with that was Death Row. And that's it. Everybody can't be Death Row.
They did get away with a lot of stuff, didn't they? That's when it was Wild Wild West.
It was a much simpler time. Of course, I wasn't born. So, Jeezy, Jadakiss, and T.I. are amongst the star-studded lineup of the Rap Titans to set back on the Legends of the Street tour. You should be happy with this. This is your college years.
Actually, Jeezy was after my college years, but that's fine.
Understandable. I believe that. So they will start in New Orleans on February 3rd, followed by shows in Houston, Dallas, Cincinnati. Hey, they coming by way of y'all March 3rd in Cleveland.
Yeah, who's it out? I will be out the country at that time. But
where you going?
Hey, man, listen. Some flex. Hey,
Don't take no vape pens.
Listen, I'll be I'll be out the country. Like and listen, going to Cancun is not out the country. I ain't talking about that. That's just going across the border.
Hey, don't disrespect nobody. Don't disrespect nobody. It is. I had to get a stamp for
I'm
that.
going out the country. Where you going? Cancun? Oh, okay.
That's definitely not American soil.
Yeah, that's also a $250 trip.
And what's it to you? Okay, you know what? You just be sure to watch your luggage when you go through customs. You're talking all that stuff.
That's just 2 weeks of work check for some people when you get there.
2. It took me. It was more than 2 weeks, sweetie.
I'm going out the real country. And I ain't going to a country that we stole, like Mexico.
And what? Well, Americans have stolen almost every bit of land. So please tell me where you think you going, where it ain't been stolen.
I'm not going to tell anybody now where I'm going. When that time comes around, just watch my stories.
Boy, you going to Ghana?
We just had a conversation. Listen, I flex once a year, and I did it already. I did it December. I said I was going somewhere. I did it. I said it back in early part of December. I said my one time flex a year, and I said where I was going. And if you miss my stories, I guess there's nothing I can tell you.
Okay, I'll cash up you $2 so you can tell me.
But I am going to the Sundance Film Festival, so I am going there.
Cool. Look at you, just moving on up in this world. Classic.
I'm trying to go. So, but back to where I was all messed up at. With what were we talking about? The RICO charge?
Yes. And then
go ahead.
Well, actually, the last thing I was talking about was a concert that's coming to Cleveland.
Okay, so who's all in the concert?
Okay, so you didn't listen to anything I just said.
Jada Kiss, T.I., right?
Mm-hmm.
And who else? There's somebody else on there.
There's a couple.
Jada Kiss is also there as well. And everybody apparently won't be coming to all dates.
No.
But
so it's Jada, T.I.,
and Jeezy. They're the ones that's leading the tour.
So who's under that though?
I say Gucci on the Cleveland one. I say
Gucci. Trina, that's what it is. Okay.
Gucci is a horrible performer.
Don't matter. Everybody knows his records. They're gonna go. It's gonna go.
Yeah, but I mean, every time he come to Cleveland to perform, y'all complain every time because he's so horrible.
Or he won't show up.
He's always been horrible. But who cares?
That's because he came up in that 2000s era where you could be a bad performer and we didn't care.
Oh, you can be a bad performer. You absolutely okay. It's bad performance now. It's fine. Like it doesn't change.
No, it doesn't. But I'm saying, but once you get older and you going to see your favorite artist in the concert, and you like, golly, this is horrible. Is your perspective change when you 18 jumping around? You don't care that they bad.
It was always the same for me. I will tell you, they're good. I'm a Nas guy. I never liked Nas performing. I still think he's a boring performer.
Ooh,
Great records, but I just think
Jay-Z has always been my favorite rap performer.
He always got cheat codes with his though. Like
he does.
But
I don't know what it is about him. He's always been good. Every concert that I went ever since I was a kid, Jay-Z always been good. And he really does the bare minimum too. But
he does.
I don't know what it is, but it's just captivating.
Part of this, you understand every word that he's saying.
Yes.
That's the first thing. And second, he has cheat codes. So it's never just him there. He's always going to bring somebody out. You just don't know who. It's never only few concerts, his B-side concert. Even his B-side concert, he's brought out beans in them. Like he always is a surprise with him.
But he can still carry along very well.
He can because he's very charismatic with the crowd.
He is. He's good. He got it.
He does it.
Not too many have that.
Well, part of it is he picks his records. He doesn't do boring records. He just doesn't say this record just because it was on it, I'm going to do it. He's going to hit with his bangers that he know where it goes, and then he'll hit some B-sides where he knows that went. So he's very attuned with creating his set list. Everybody's not like that.
His wife is Beyonce, baby.
Yeah, and she probably say, "Nah, you need to do that.
You ain't gonna be in this house and put on a bad show. Not in this house."
Wayne's a good performer. I like Lil Wayne. I like the way he performs. He gives energy. He gives his energy out.
Kendrick is very good. Jermaine is also good.
Yeah. Busta Rhymes is always gonna be Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, well,
Jeez.
Busta Rhymes is like Missy. You gonna get it.
Busta Rhymes, God too.
Yeah, I like Fab just because I like his music. So
when he ain't in the club.
So
yeah, when he's actually on stage and not performing in the club.
Yeah, when he does his shows, he's all right.
Yeah.
I like Jadakiss.
He does a show.
Very good. There's some guys out there that perform. There's some new guys out there that perform.
Little Baby does very good.
Little Baby great.
Little Baby stole the to me, I'm a big Chris Brown fan. And when I went to the Chris Brown Little Baby concert, Little Baby absolutely stole the show. And you know how hard it is to steal a show from Chris Brown?
Very hard.
But Little Baby did his thing. His team is amazing.
Yeah. He still his team need to get with Chris Brown's team and figure out how you get his name back.
What name?
You get his image, likeness, and his name back. Because he
talking about Chris Brown?
No, Lil Baby. Not Lil Baby, excuse me. The Baby.
Oh. Well, we can move on because I don't do the baby talk. Finesse 2 times recent concert in Knoxville, Tennessee left 3 people injured following the shooting, and 2 people have been charged. Jackie Netterville, who is 22, and Gino Mickens, who was 20, have been charged with reckless endangerment. Gino was arrested following the shooting as he had multiple outstanding felony warrants from Florida. Now, why would you go somewhere shooting and you already got warrants? But I guess that's criminal lifestyle. It ain't for me to know. While the other person's whereabouts is unknown, but he is also charged. He is not in custody.
Listening to other rappers.
But why?
Because it's a cool thing to do.
I would know. I didn't commit crimes. I never even served a day in detention. I always did what I was supposed to do.
Nah, ain't no good. I'm waiting till you get to the juicy. I'm waiting for you to start talking about Tory.
I had no plans on speaking on that.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. I thought you had your opinions on it.
First of all, I'm Team Megan Thee Stallion. That's number 1. There's no discussion. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Number 2, even though I'm Team Megan Thee Stallion, I will say that this has been the most confusing American trial I've ever seen in my life. I've seen more clarity in the Tupac and Biggie murders than I've ever seen in the Tory and Megan trial. I don't know who did what, and nobody can give me proof on what was done. Both parts of the trial is gotten on my nerves. And with that, I still stand with Megan Thee Stallion, even though I still don't understand what happened.
I just know it's just 3 drunk people got messed up. Tory Lanez got up beside himself because he thought he was gonna knock off one of the Jenners, and had his other girl with him. He just asked for a menage a twizzle for all 3 of them, and it didn't work out. Megan got mad, and then somebody else got mad because he was banging that other person, and then guns came out, and Megan ended up getting shot in the pinky toe.
Guns should have never came out. And the crazy thing is, before they even released the verdict, the things that were surfacing on the internet, I literally thought it looked like it was in Tory's favor. And then
never was in Tory's favor.
All never looked like it was in Tory's favor. I'm talking about during the trial, how they tried to drag Megan in the mud. It did look like it was going in Tory's favor.
I don't know what part of it that anybody was reading thought it was going to go in Tory's favor. I knew exactly it was not going to go in Tory's favor when when they were taking it to trial. I was like, oh yeah, they know something, because if they even felt a hint of it, they would say, "Oh, get this plea deal."
I also didn't like. I never really understood the concept of why the men that she was dating had to come up. I just thought that was like seriously important.
Well,
it had nothing to do with the case.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing to do with the case.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised my name didn't come up.
Thank God, because that definitely probably would have absolutely
I thought
turned the trial. And
I thought Megan was gonna throw my name out there, but I guess I wasn't. Now I'm good. Only Party hit me up on my DMs.
I mean,
Only Party already. He already mad.
I thought she couldn't get worse than Tory. And to figure out that you could possibly be on the list, that really changes my view on Megan Thee Stallion. Because you can't be that bad and your choice of men. Anyway. So Takeoff Alleged Killer has posted his $1 million bond, which is a very interesting thing because they were initially going to give him $2 million, and he was saying that he couldn't post that because he didn't have the money. But apparently his funds and things are under wraps, that he has more money than he's leading on.
Absolutely he does.
Because apparently he's a big promoter and a local DJ. He's your comrade. I should know he was shady once I seen he was a local DJ. And it's hard to determine how much
DJs are shady.
But he did have to turn in his passport, and you should be turning in your passport too.
No, he was trying to be out. He was trying to get this expedited real quickly. He was trying to be out.
They did have concerns that he was a possible flight risk.
Oh yeah, he's about to be lost. He's about to be in the Middle East somewhere. Because listen, if anybody wants to hide somewhere, you go hide in the Middle East.
Are you trying to help out your fellow local
I'm just
DJ?
saying, anybody out there, you're doing something, go hide in the Middle East. They ain't coming to get you out there right away. They jumped to me hoops.
He had to surrender his passport.
I know, because they knew he was out to the Middle East somewhere.
Under the bond conditions, he is not allowed to leave his parents' home, which is on the far east side of Houston, and he cannot have any.
Whose home?
His parents' home.
He don't got his own house.
I thought about that too.
You gonna be a punishment on your parents' house, man? Talk about being a kid
for a murder at that.
You're going to your mom and dad's house.
But he was able to post that bond. He also can't have any contact with Takeoff's family.
100 stacks. He had 100 stacks.
He does maintain his innocence, and the detective said that he had a gun in his hand and a wine bottle in the other when he got caught firing the gun on camera. I also still think that this case is unclear too, but we'll see how this plays.
I'll always say this: what the street's going to talk there, because he was so beloved. So I think you'll figure out. They'll figure out who did it.
Well, I hope so, because it's not really that.
If not, he's taking the fall for it.
I feel like the situation, the cases presented is unclear, but this wasn't a complicated situation for it to seem like we don't know who did it from the video.
You're not going to know. They're not going to give up all these sources, but they do say they have cameras. They have other things that pinpoint. So remember where they were at. I'm pretty sure that bowling alley have other cameras in other areas that you might have seen something.
They better, because it wasn't like this huge crowd. It wasn't like something that where people was getting lost in. It wasn't like this big area. It was obvious. The situation didn't even go on for a long time before, like the initial argument. What didn't happen a long time before it was shot. Before the shots even started to ring out. Anyway, so it's just an extremely important situation, especially for Takeoff and his family. And Quavo just released a new song chronicling his pain. You can go on Quavo page to check that out. Actually,
I ain't listened to it yet. I seen you promoted it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah, it's touching. It's not no joke. Yeah. I mean, he was seen hanging out, spending his New Year's with Meek Mill and Lil Baby, and that was like the first time he was seen out since the death. So I mean, continue on after you lose somebody you really love. It's truly a process, and it takes a while.
It's tough.
And he's never going to be the same.
It's tough. 2023. What are you looking forward to this year?
Being completely broke, because the concerts that's been rolling out, they ain't stopped concerts, but
we just talked about that. I
don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent, because I'm gonna have to make it to these concerts.
And you go to concerts a lot.
Once the pandemic happened, I kind of said, oh no. I love live music and I love concerts. So I'm not even playing no joke no more. I just gotta rearrange some things.
This is where you're going to see. You're going to see SZA.
Yeah.
You're going to see B.
Yeah. I'm an American.
You're going to you may pull up to Alicia Keys. I don't know how much you love her.
I meant to go to Alicia Keys last year, and it was between her and Kendrick. They literally came on the same day in Charlotte. And I'm like, I don't know who to pick because either one of these people may take another 5 years before they tour again.
Right.
But I ended up picking Kendrick. So Alicia come out again, I'll definitely do it again.
I have a little birdie say Riri might pop outside.
Riri
for a few dates.
Riri, I hope she do. I hope new music. She said the new music, just because she's doing the Super Bowl, it doesn't mean new music. But come on, girl.
Future.
Like, you don't gotta. You had the baby. Like, let's move on. You know, you don't have to be a good mom all the time.
Future got his Future and friends on Future's cities.
Future's coming to Charlotte January 13th, and I'll be in Tennessee.
So it's a great year.
It is a great year. I mean, if you're really old, you know, Janet Jackson is going on tour too.
Janet Jackson is outside. She outside.
Janet with Ludacris, which was very interesting. Very interesting.
Let's not. I don't see it as interesting because I know Janet's DJ. I know him personally, so
yeah.
I know what
Luda
I know
be
when he
able
plays
to curse?
beforehand. When he plays before the concert, he goes in with them joints. So yeah, I can see it.
I can see how Splash, Waterfalls, and That's the Way Love Goes gonna be able to go together like that.
It goes with roll out. It's gonna throw them bows. Real quick before I go, I had the opportunity to watch House Party probably 2 weeks ago.
Oh no!
The new House Party. Yeah, the new House Party.
I can't wait to go see it. I'm so excited.
Don't go see it.
No, I'm going to see it. I don't care what you say.
Don't go see it. Don't. You're gonna be upset.
No, I'm not. I don't care. The trailer. Listen, I'm surprised the trailer was good. I thought the trailer wasn't going to be.
That was all the good parts.
Well,
and listen, the concept not bad. The concept.
No, it's not. It's actually better than I thought.
The concept I like. The concept I said okay, but it's missing a lot of stuff. It's just missing. They rushed it. I'm to the point where I'm saying, did y'all guys really actually read this script? Because if you did it, you should have rewrote it for it to make it. Like it has some basis, but it just
don't do that. I'm still going. I don't care.
And I watched it twice. I said, maybe I missed it. Let me watch it again. I'm like, no, I would not. And what made the first one so great because they relied at the time it was the early hip hop, and so everybody in there, you seen it, who it was, early comedians, all that stuff, because you kind of knew like, oh, this
but
one.
You not look. So you, I mean,
so
I know
this one,
well,
I see they just threw people in there, just be throwing it in there, and they wouldn't even have no big role. They was just there. Like,
oh, they did. So you saying they basically did like what the early 2000s hip hop movies used to do? Just throw a rapper in there in the scene, and it's supposed to be like, oh
yeah.
They took that strategy.
It wasn't a lot of rappers in there anyway. It wasn't a lot of rappers in there, so it was just some celebrities in there, and then you guys are watching when they be there. You know
I'm still gonna go. I don't care what you say.
You know, there's some celebrities there.
The trailer sold me, and
it's not even a remake of the original House Party. Like, it's nowhere near the remake of it. Then they go into Then they go into like another scene. It's just, you just gotta watch it. Like, it's a scene in there.
Why are you snitching?
Because I watched it. Yeah, like I'm able to talk about it now. The embargo say I can talk about it now.
Listen, it don't come out to the 13th. You wait a second. When I get back from Tennessee, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, listen, I go see it. I really think they would have had a real hit if they had the baby and Drake in it. I really think that movie would win.
All right,
that movie would win through the roof.
Okay, so this is the end, and
you don't think so?
End on the good.
You don't think Drake and the baby in that movie in House Party? You crazy? You crazy? That would win through the roof.
Absolutely.
First of all, Drake can act. That's the first thing. Drake can act. And
can Drake act in 2022?
Huh? Yeah.
Can Drake act in 2022?
once you start off the actor, you're an actor. That doesn't change. Like that doesn't change.
No,
he was an actor before he was a rapper.
I understand that, but it's been a while.
It doesn't. Listen, those chops don't leave.
That's not true.
Especially in the somewhat comedy. No, it doesn't leave. It don't go nowhere.
We will see. And the baby is barely good in his own videos.
Listen. The house party. Wow. If Returns of House Party, it was probably on the same level as House Party 4.
Goodbye. This is Brandon Carter. This is Brandon Carter, BrandonCarter211.com, and I can not take no more abuse because I'd have given you House Party 3, but to just say House Party 4, that was totally disrespectful.
It's House Party 4. Go back and watch House Party 4.
I will never watch House Party 4. I will never waste I can't get my life back, and I
it had way more funny scenes than House Party 4. See, way more relevant than everything House Party 4 than this dude's House Party.
You're not going to ruin it for me. I'm still going.
And I didn't even like House Party. I didn't like anything outside of House Party 2.
No, House Party 3 was my favorite. I'm not going to hold you. House Party 2 is definitely my favorite. I'm not going to hold you. And it is what it is. That scene with Bernie Mac at the table, pure comedy. Get out of here. Pure comedy.
No,
but thank you for having me on. It was a great time. You were relatively nice to me today. I should expose the text message of the bureau things you call me when no one's around. But you did a great job for being nice to me on this public platform. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to come onto your show.
Throw me under the bus as always. Brandon Carter 211. Brandon Carter 211.
Mr. Angelo, you keep being great and amazing as you are.
Hey, I appreciate you, B. Carter, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to tell Styles about it soon. I appreciate you doing that, man.
Brandon Carter 211. Brandon Carter 211. Make sure you guys check him out each and every. Hopefully, I get him every Thursday at this time, 95.9 FM. We up out here now. If I can just get night.